Let's get something straight. And I say this with love, but also with fire. You do not need another tool. You do not need another ritual. You do not need another guru. You do not need another deck of oracle cards. You do not need another plant medicine ceremony. You do not need another spiritual tattoo. You do not need another moon circle. You do not need another sound bath. You do not need another guided meditation. You do not need another sacred object from Etsy. You do not need another YouTube channel to follow. You do not need another sacred geometry hoodie. You do not need another chakra alignment. You do not need another trip to Sedona or Bali. You do not need another mantra you don't understand. You do not need another spiritual name you don't embody. You do not need another teacher telling you what your soul already knows. You do not need another identity to wear like a badge. You need stillness. You need truth. You need to listen to your life. You need to get real with yourself. Because so many seekers today, they're not seeking truth. They're seeking comfort, disguised as evolution. And what we've got now is a culture of spiritual consumers. Everyone's chasing the next modality, the next download, the next high, shuffling through tarot decks like they're menu items, wearing crystals but avoiding real conversations, buying sage bundles while bypassing their trauma. Let's call it out. Spiritual clutter is just a prettier form of distraction. You think because you've got the books, the beads, the ayahuasca retreat booked, you're doing the work. But here's what I've seen over and over. People who know everything, but apply nothing. People who've meditated for years, but can't sit still in a real relationship. People who recite mantras, but run from the mirror. That's not mastery. That's costume. You don't need more input. You need more integration. Let me say that again. It's not more tools you're lacking. It's devotion to the few that actually work. You want to know what works? Stillness. Journaling with radical honesty. Walking barefoot and listening to what the earth is telling you. Showing up again and again when it's no longer exciting or trendy. The path isn't always beautiful, but it's always true. And truth doesn't need to be decorated. Let's do something together. I call it the inner fire test. Step away from the noise. Gather your tools, rituals, and practices, physically or in your mind. Then, one by one, ask, do I use this from a place of power or from a place of fear, guilt, or identity? If it doesn't light your fire, if it doesn't bring you peace, let it go. You are not less spiritual for releasing something. You're more sovereign for it. Here's your grounded path challenge. This week, do a spiritual detox. Pick one thing, just one, that you've been holding on to out of obligation, ego, or identity. And release it. Maybe it's a dusty book you never resonated with. Maybe it's a morning routine that leaves you anxious instead of aligned. Maybe it's the belief that if you're not doing enough, you're falling behind. Let that shit go. Strip it down. Come back to the core. Because your soul doesn't need adornment. It needs space. You want to walk the warrior's path? Then stop outsourcing your power to objects and overload. Burn the fluff. Keep the fire. And walk light. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being true. If you're ready for a path that's stripped down, honest, and real, stay with me. This is the grounded path. Hit subscribe or don't. But whatever you do, stop accumulating. Start integrating.